Hello, my dear audience and my dear gold diggers watching this live stream. Welcome aboard. My name is Renata. I'm an English teacher. I have been one for the past 20 years. I've never lived abroad, and I help professionals like you reach the level of English that opens any doors to reach real fluency at work, develop your career, and feel confident about your English in professional interactions. Welcome aboard. Welcome to our live class of the week. You may or may not know that I have returned with the weekly live streams that happen here on my channel for a long time. And now they're back. This is the third class in 3 weeks in a row. So if you haven't watched the other ones, I highly recommend you do. Go ahead and watch the other two classes. One was a grammar class, the other one was a pronunciation class. And today we have a sort of conversation class. But Renata, what do you mean, conversation class? You're there, we're here, what's happening? Well, this is a class that I brought to you from my course, from my conversation course, which is the Flash Speaking, and also a course that is available to my students in the Fluent For Real program. And it practices self-introduction. It practices that first impression, that moment where or when you have the opportunity to tell the world, tell those people there who you are, and you have probably a couple of minutes to cause a great first impression. And how do we do that? We're speaking English. It's not our mother tongue. We may feel insecure, or maybe you've already done that so many times that you believe you already know how to do it. So I'm here to help you improve that first impression, cause a better first impression, and do that with a logic, with elevated vocabulary, with clear-cut vocabulary, with accurate vocabulary, and do it grandly, causing a better impression, gaining visibility at work, in a meeting where you have people you've never seen before, with a new client, with, a new partnership, a new peer or partner that will be important for your connections at work. So regardless of the reason, it's always important to cause a great first impression when having new connections, obviously, regardless of what that interaction or who that person is. So let's cut to the chase. Let's jump right into the class. Message for you just before we go, okay? We are beginning our Black Friday ANTECIPADA. So check out, the link will be here in the comment section. I'm going to paste it right here. So don't miss out. This only happens once a year, all right? This is not going to happen again. This is not going to happen in this condition ever again. Trust me. It's not going to happen again. So take this opportunity to be my student in the Fluent For Real program at an amazing discount and with a very special condition besides the discount. So go ahead, click on the link. Oh, the link is broken. Wait a minute. I think it's broken. It looks broken. Let me paste again. Okay, now it's working. Let me exclude it. Okay. So click on the link here in the comment section. It will also be on the little description box of the video. And be there. Take this opportunity, our Black Friday ANTECIPADA. So it's not going to be at the end of the month. It's going to be on November 13th. November 13th. So do it now before you forget and just leave it and let it go. And then life happens. And then one more year that you begin without your English guaranteed, your English planned and sorted out, as my students have. Solving problems, getting promotions, gaining confidence, overcoming battles on a daily basis, getting compliments on their presentations, meetings, and interactions at work. So let's do this. So let's jump into the class. As I mentioned, this class is a class that, I was scrolling through the class. This class I took from the Fluent For Real program and the Flash Speaking course, the two courses of my method where I have the conversation classes. This can be done by yourself without any trouble. You can talk to yourself, record yourself. The power of self-recording is incredible. So if you are watching this at home, if you are watching this, I don't know where you might be, maybe at work, hopefully not, or I don't know, right? Whatever. You do you. So let's see here. This class focuses on developing essential communication skills, particularly in how to properly introduce yourself in various professional and social settings. So look, at meetings, at presentations, at seminars, job interviews, happy hours, and networking. Wherever you are in the professional environment, it's always fundamental to introduce yourself the way you deserve it, the way your career deserves it. So let's imagine that it's happy hour, just to relax a little bit and not feel so, that obligation of formality. So let's imagine that we are at happy hour, and you're going to pay attention to a couple of things. One, you're going to promise me that you are not going to be saying as you're thinking. You're going to think saying, okay, use your voice with me. Practice. My name is, give it a try. I'm waiting for you. My name is Renata, and not Andy. Don't do that. Don't do é. É is how we think in Portuguese. Secondly, I want you to think and react, pretending that you are listening to someone speaking in front of you, face to face, happy hour. I want you to say, oh, I see. All right. Okay. React when someone is speaking, not just yes, 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 yes. React as, someone with more control and more baggage of English would. They would say, oh, I see. Use your voice with me. I see. Right. Right. You are just showing that you're listening, and everybody likes to know that they are being heard, that you are listening to them. So let's make a deal. No no you're going to say and not a. Deal? Great. Moving on then. I'm going to help you not to have to think about what you're going to say all the time. Like, what am I going to say? What am I going to say? Okay. Present, past, future. Present, past, future. I'm going to mention something about my present. I'm going to mention something about my past. And then I'm going to mention something about the future of this partnership, what I expect of this partnership or from this partnership, whether it's a new client, a new boss, a new peer, a new company that is a partner of your company. So there we go. Present, past, and future. In the present, let's jump into it. We're going to use the frames. Number one there. As you can see, frame. Use a sentence in the present or a couple of sentences to describe your current position or industry. And use your voice with me. Let me briefly introduce myself. Let me briefly introduce myself. Just to give you a bit of, I want this bigger. Just to give you a bit of context about myself, use your voice. If you are listening to me, watching this class, but if you're not using your voice, trust me, you're not taking your English anywhere. You have to use your voice with me. Third one, a bit about me to kick things off. A bit about me to kick things off. Use your voice. Use your voice. Great. That's optional, but interesting. Number two, your name and your role. Who you are, what you do. Some standard sentences that can help you. My name is blah, 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 and I am. Great. Easy breezy. I know you can do that. I know. But be careful not to say I am engineer, I am consultant, I am a consultant, I am an engineer. Don't forget the article. Second one, I am Renata, currently working as a plus the position and at such and such company. Or I am Renata, part of this team at that company. In more elevated executive style, let's see. Well, I'm Renata and I serve as title at this company, overseeing this function, this area, overseeing this function, this area. And last but not least, oh, actually, two more. Currently, I hold the position of at such and such company. I'm responsible for this function in my role as this at the company. Now, I want you to pick the one that to you makes more sense. To you, it's out of your comfort zone. First of all, it has to be out of your comfort zone. And secondly, the one that, feels like you. It's your style. It's the way that you would communicate. Choose yours. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 options. Choose one and do it. Go. Right now. Right now. Don't put it off. It's right now. Change begins now. Go. Okay, try it again. One more time. Excellent. Got it? By the way, Renata, can I get this material? Can I see this later? I would love to review this class. Well. Those of you who are in our Fluent For Real community will get the material. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I am going to place it here on the screen. Entre para a comunidade Fluent For Real no WhatsApp e receba lembretes das lives semanais, material exclusivo. Link na descrição do vídeo, which in fact it is not right here right now. I will leave it later, all right? But if you want, you can go over to my Instagram and comment comunidade anywhere. Comenta comunidade on my Instagram profile anywhere, and you will receive the link to the community. Awesome. So don't forget that it is also really cool to be part of that community, all right? Great. So you picked one. Got it? Moving on then. Oh, by the way, there's also this observation here. If you are in between jobs, there is a nice, professional, and clear way to express that. A more strategic, elevated way, or more informal, conversational. I am Renata, currently exploring new opportunities in this industry. Oh, I recently wrapped up a role in this area, and now I'm transitioning into I am Renata, blah, 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 currently in the market for my next challenge. More strategic. I'm currently between roles, using this time to sharpen my skills and connect with leaders in industry. And more informal, more conversational. I just came out of a role in this industry, and I'm now looking at what's next in this area of interest. I'm in a career pivot at the moment, moving toward this industry, this new role. I've just finished a great experience in this role, and I'm exploring new directions right now. If you are in between jobs, choose the one that you believe reflects your moment the most. Right now, pick one. Practice and use your voice. Without using your voice, you're not going anywhere with your English. Great. And then we move on into the focus of work, the scope and focus of work. This adds depth. What is it that you actually do? What is it that you do? Be clear, cut, and concise. My focus is on this key area, this responsibility. I specialize in function or expertise area. I work primarily with team, technology, clients, processes. More elevated or strategic. I drive initiatives related to. I lead cross-functional efforts to improve. My work revolves around that. One is more clear-cut and concise. The other one is more elevated and strategic. Which one makes more sense to you? Which one relates to you more or the most? Pick the one that is out of your comfort zone, always. Always out of your comfort zone. Don't use the one that is easy. Use the one that is out of your comfort zone, but at the same time, the one that will make you feel proud of yourself when using it. Like, wow, I would love to use this expression. This sentence here would really express the professional that I am and would make me feel proud of myself by using it. So choose yours and go. Use your voice. Great job. So let's go back to the first one. Remember, you chose one from here. Try it again. Try it again. Okay. Now let's add to the next one. Got it? So we have two little phrases that start exploring who we are and explaining who we are. And now we move on to the past. We gave the panoramic view of our work today, what we do today, if we are in between jobs, if we are working. And now we move on to talk about our background, the backstory, what is in our past. And many times we think about past, we kind of think about my last job, my previous position, or my education, my background in education. It's not only about that. You can, of course, mention both, but you can also consider and bring to the table any results that you have had, any transformations in previous job positions or in previous moments in that job of yours today that you would like to share with that person, right? You would like, that tells them a little bit about what you do and who you are. And I don't know, but most of us, I believe, at least that's my impression, have a hard time looking at our own merit and credit. And this is an exercise that I invite you to do as your teacher. I also want to invite you to exercise that. Like, what have I accomplished my company? What transformations have I generated with my work that I could put in 2 sentences and share with someone, the first time that I met them? So let's see here how we can do that, all right? Mention 2 or 3 points about your background or your previous experience. Provide people with relevant details about your background. It's also your opportunity to establish credibility. Education, past projects, employers, accomplishments. Let's do it. Great. So now framing the past. Smooth transitions to then talk about your background. Then you can say, for example, as for my background, use your voice. A bit about my journey so far. Use your voice. I've worn a few hats over the years. In terms of my career path, excellent. And then we have number 2, education, academic credentials. That's always something you can mention. If it makes sense to you to mention your academic credentials, it doesn't make sense to everyone because it so happens that sometimes, of course, you graduated in something and you actually work with something very different. So if you don't think it makes sense, okay. But we have the option here of, for example, I hold a degree a bachelor's, master's, PhD degree in area from this institution. Attention to the prepositions. From the institution. I hold a degree in this area from that institution. Second one, I have a degree in this field, which laid the foundation for my work in that area. All right? Cell phone is ringing. Okay. And then number 3, my academic background is in that field, which has shaped much of my approach to, and then function or industry. I completed my degree at that institution, focusing on that research area or specialization. I've got a background in, that's where the whole path started for me. All right, so I'm doing this a little faster. If you were with me live in class, my conversation class, I take longer. This is a 1-hour class, but I'm going to be a little faster because I know that on the internet, on YouTube, a 1-hour class would be impossible for you to watch. So I'm doing it faster. Choose yours. Which one would you say is the best one for you? Which one would you say resonates more with you? And use your voice. Go. All right, great job. Now let's do framing the past, number 1, and then education background credentials, number 2. For example, as for my background, I hold a bachelor's degree in tourism from such and such institution, which shaped much of my approach to how I... All right, so let's do 1 and 2. Go. 1 and 2. Use your voice. Okay. Excellent. Great, great, great. Okay, now let's move on here to the next piece of the past. Highlighting achievements, establishing credibility. This is where many of us struggle to realize or to express the great things we've done in our careers. So what do we want to do here? We want to establish credibility. The why you should trust me piece. Subtly done. I led this project that resulted in this impact. One highlight of my career was this accomplishment, which helped this result or the stakeholders in this sense. I've consistently delivered results in this area from this task to this outcome. My track record includes this achievement, which contributed to strategic goal transformation. One thing I'm proud of is this project. It really pushed me to grow in this skill. I was fortunate to lead a team through that challenge, and we ended up with this result and this learning. Look at one of these 6 and choose yours. Which one do you feel is the best option for you? Which one is the best? Which one? I have my favorites. Depending on what you say, what you do, I have my favorites. But you should have yours. Pick the one that resonates the most with you. Practice. Use your voice. Go. I'm here. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Take your time. So now we're going to go back to the beginning and start over. Present. Remember, no no eh. We're going to start from the present. Go. Choose yours one more time. Say it out loud. Okay. Great job. Moving on. If you are in between jobs, choose yours. Use your voice. Practice with me. Take this time. You're here. You're watching me. Use your voice. Take this opportunity. Why put it off? Go. And now the past. Oh, sorry, not the past. The focus of work. Go. Choose your favorite again. Now let's talk past. Smooth transition. Go. Number 1. Number 2. Oh, I skipped number 3. I just realized that. Now, number 3, career trajectory and past experience. I forgot to go through that one with you guys. Most recently, I have been with this company working in this project. I have been working or have spent a few years at that company focusing on. Before joining my last company, I worked in this area at that company. I've led initiatives in this area, particularly in during my time at that company. I've had the chance to work on some really exciting projects, including. So choose one now. That's okay. Choose it now. Go. Use your voice now. Which one would you say is the best one for you? There's a reflection on my forehead that looks like a sweaty skin. It's not. And now the 4th part of the past. Achievements, establishing credibility, super, super important. Which one is your favorite? Now, focus on this one, okay? Focus. Renata, I don't know. I've never thought about like this, an achievement, a result, an impact that I have accomplished, that it was, my responsibility. Great, so you will do it. So far, for now, just practice the sentence as it is. Choose one. Go. Okay. And now, to finalize the class, as I mentioned at the beginning, if you just got here, if you just arrived in this live class, this is a class from my conversation course where I help my students and we practice together, live, of course, interacting, this self-introduction in a very elevated way. So now is the time where we are going to mention and we're going to express how excited we are about that new relationship, whatever it is. If it's a client, a new contract, a new supplier, if it's a new partnership with another company, with a technology company, if it is, I don't know, whatever it is, a new research that's being developed within your company, a project within the company. So then we're going to be using these frames to express that excitement about the future partnership that is being established. So number 1, for example, frames. Looking ahead. Use your voice with me. These are short. Go. Looking ahead. As for what's next, thinking about the road ahead. As we move forward, looking ahead, as for what's next. Bam. Number 2, expressing enthusiasm for that. I am genuinely looking forward to contributing to this project. So, for example, combination. Looking ahead, I am genuinely looking forward to contributing to your project. As for what's next, it's a privilege to be part of this initiative. So you're going to put together number 1, which is the frame that is framing your intentions about the future, putting them inside a frame. And you're going to include number 2, one of these expressions here that we're reading together. So let's go. It's a privilege to be part of this organization. I am eager to roll up my sleeves and get to work. I'm excited about the impact we can make together. I am committed to making a strong contribution right from the start. Use your voice. Use your voice. Yeah, use your voice. I'm thrilled to be here and to get to know everyone. I see this as a meaningful opportunity to drive value and collaborate with talented people. Use your voice. I'm especially motivated by the challenges and possibilities this project brings. I'm genuine, then we go down, right? I'm committed to making a strong contribution right from the start. Use your voice. I am thrilled to be here and get to know everyone. I already read that one. Oh my God. Let's remove this. I'm genuinely excited to see what we can accomplish as a team. I'm all in and ready to dive into the work. Excellent. So let's try one more time then. You're going to choose your favorite, the one that resonates with you the most. None of these are super simple, so I believe they're not in your comfort zone. But you're going to choose one that is out of your comfort zone and the one that you see that you feel you would be proud of yourself when using it. It would make you feel proud of yourself. Go. Use your voice. Excellent. Right, now, in the actual conversation class, the students go through this vocabulary and then they get together, interact, and they practice with each other. That's the time when the students have an interaction and I'm there and I'm watching and I'm giving feedback live. Here, this is a live stream over on YouTube. So I don't have the opportunity to do that. But this is what would happen the next. But what can you do? But Renata, then what can I do? Well, if you are not my student, what can you do? You can do it by yourself. You're going to imagine you're talking to someone. You're going to use AI for that and introduce yourself to AI. Nowadays, we have that possibility. And practice the frame over and over, at least like 3, 4, 5 times. Try to do it from scratch. 1, the present, the past, the future. Use, if you are in the community, you will receive this material. So you are going to have a chance to repeat this. So what do I want you to do? Practice again. The frames, the steps, present, past, future, accomplishments, background, but in an elevated way. Not just, hi, my name is Renata and I am an engineer at such and such company. I've been working at such and such company for 3 years. No, right? There's so much more about your baggage than just that. So with no further ado, thank you so much for watching. I've been noticing that the live streams have been enjoyed by you guys, by my subscribers on YouTube, by the followers on Instagram who go over there to watch as well. So you can count on this live stream now. From now on, every week I will be here live. I will ask for suggestions. I want to know what you guys want to see in these classes. They're going to be 30, 40-minute long, not much more than that, because I know time is of the essence. Everybody's super busy. So I just hope that this was enriching to you and that you can improve how you introduce yourself at meetings and presentations next time that you have the opportunity, right? Thank you so much for joining in. Last message of the day in Portuguese. Lembrando o seguinte, nossa Black Friday antecipada do Fluent For Real vai acontecer dia 13 de novembro, somente para quem estiver no grupo exclusivo da Black Friday. Eu não vou ficar anunciando, não é do meu feitio ficar anunciando desconto, ficar falando com vocês sobre isso o tempo todo. Então, eu estou anunciando a Black Friday. Quem quiser participar, o link está na descrição do vídeo, está aqui no comentário também. É só clicar e entrar para o grupo que você vai receber a oferta por lá, tá? A gente vai conversar por lá, somente para quem está interessado. Assim, tem só quem está interessado, quem quer transformar o inglês de verdade para o ano que vem. e não só quem está a fim de, deixa eu ver aqui o que está acontecendo. E 2026 está aí, o mercado está mudando muito rapidamente, a cada dia mais com a inteligência artificial, a gente vê as mudanças e a gente vê as oportunidades que não podem mais ser perdidas, e quanto que, por mais que a gente tenha IA, e talvez por isso a interação ao vivo vai ficar ainda mais rica e rara e importante, e aí não tem como esconder atrás de inteligência artificial no ao vivo, realmente a gente precisa de ter esse domínio. E a oportunidade é essa, não tem outra desconto, outra oferta, outra condição igual a essa. Não vai acontecer, não acontece. A última vez realmente foi ano passado na Black, que eu dei esse desconto e uma outra condição, tá? Esse ano tá uma condição ainda diferente da do ano passado. E eu espero que você não perca essa oportunidade de estar comigo no Fluent For Real Program, de ser meu aluno, de estar dentro de uma aula dessa, de estar interagindo ao vivo comigo, recebendo feedback, recebendo a instrução, sendo ouvido e treinando com profissionais do seu nível, de experiência, de bagagem, de profissionalismo, de troca e discussão, numa sala de aula, num ambiente completamente apropriado para isso, e não para conversar sobre, né, cinema, filme, cotidiano e viagens, tá bom? Muito obrigada por estarem aqui comigo. Thank you so much, and I will see you next week. Bye bye.